week. This week was all, well, not all, but it was mostly about learning edition of photos with a program that is called Lightroom, which seems to be like the most standard program for photo editing, for which I need to learn for the editing the photos for the social media, for like Insta and Facebook and stuff. I think it doesn't work for videos. I haven't. No, I don't. Well, I haven't tried actually. I need to find a way to get the videos. So first half of the week I was like I couldn't do shit because again at the second job at the new hotel I was supposed to be like mostly in afternoons, and this week they did assign me like nights, like 5 nights in the row. So and that was plus 2 afternoons. So I worked 7 days in a row with 5 nights. So most of this week, well, and part of the previous one, I couldn't do shit because I was like exhausted. But I managed to re um, uh, re rejoin the co-working in which I used to work. So in terms of separating the activities, back in the days I was working from a co-working, which I stopped when I started the second job when I was more in like saving mode. So now I started that again, which I did this week, and it feels very weird because for a year, I hadn't, I couldn't go, or I wasn't going. So now I'm back there, which makes it easier to dedicate a couple of hours a day to developing my products and everything that is needed. Otherwise, if you stay home, it's very difficult to like when you're tired to do something else than lie on the bed or on the couch and rest, because that's what your body asks you. So uh, there was the co-working and editing of photos. So that is kind of a top priority. So taking the pictures, the photos, and and the edition afterwards. So I did join uh, a new course of photo editing, an online course, which is like a 5 hour course, and I'm learning this Lightroom. And actually, apparently it just had like a major update because it doesn't look at all. The interface doesn't look at all with what is shown in the tutorials. Even in their own tutorials, it shows like the previous versions. I have like the new one, which seems to be like new after like 10 years without major changes. And so I'm getting to learn it, and it's difficult it's different in compared to that to the version that most of people have been using up to now in the AI use that mine has in different settings, and in the cloud storage. So it works completely different in those two, because the previous version of the program didn't ask at all for online storage, and now it's like almost mandatory if you want to have access to certain settings. So yeah, photography is like I'm dedicating. So basically, in terms of photography, I was having like classes with the guy, the amateur photographer. I did this course of lifestyle photography. I'm now doing this course of Lightroom, and in like 3-4 weeks I'll be going to a photo studio to have like official classes physically at a, it's not an academy, but it's like a studio with a group of I mean, that is a professional academy, place to study. So yeah, it's a lot of information in my mind. It's a lot of things to learn, and it does feel like overwhelming. I was able, one of the exercises from the course of lifestyle photography was creating a mood board for the communication, a group of photographies that you would take, as if it was a project for a client, which in my case is going to be my own. So I did develop the mood board of what I want to do in terms of the social media communication, which is going to be valid both for the posts on basically Instagram and Facebook, and the images that will go in the website, like the banners and stuff, which I want it to be like the photography, like more lifestyle. So these two are, well, these will be key. So that's where I'm pouring so much energy, because I want to be like independent into doing that the way I want, and to be flexible, and to, well, generate new ones, or modify stuff. So I need to get those skills, and I did them the before I receive the samples from the US, which should happen in 5 or 6 weeks, possibly. So let's keep on learning, and let's see if I manage to acquire those skills. See you next week.